Hey guys, how's it going everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gents, welcome to a brand new project. This is going to be called the Super Podcast. I am joined by my comrade in crime here for this travesty. Did you just interrupt me, bro?
I thought you were done there. My bad.
Did you just interrupt me? Look at the webcam, bro. You can see my lips are still flapping. I'm still talking.
I know, unfortunately.
Gosh. Dude, now we're going to redo the intro.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
my bad,
now
dude.
we're
I thought you were
back
done.
down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going, guys? Why are you laughing?
Why did you just keep going?
Okay, now you're doing it again. I'm keeping all this in, by the way. I'm keeping
this is
all of this. I'm not editing. I don't believe in editing.
All right. Sounds good.
And I'm not lazy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gents, what's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, welcome to this brand new project called the Super Podcast. It's pretty straightforward. The reason why it's called Super Podcast is because it's all about Dragon Ball Super. I personally have never seen the show. I did watch Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Z, then Dragon Ball GT, but I never got around to the hype train of Dragon Ball Super. So now, myself and Mr. Unlimited Magic, aka Dean, are going on an adventure to watch every single episode. We're going to watch one episode a week and discuss it. What's going on, dude?
Not much. I'm honestly very excited to do this again.
Oh yeah, I can just see the excitement, bro. If that's you excited, I would be shocked to see what you're like if you're not excited.
Yeah, dude, it's not. Well, I mean, most of the time I am excited, so it's all good. It's all good. You won't have to see that.
It's all good.
But I am excited to watch it again because it's. When did it come out again?
So it initially started in. Well, you're looking at it, bro. What do you like? You don't see it on Wikipedia there?
Wait a minute.
2015.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute, bro.
That far back?
It's been a hot minute, bro. It's been a hot minute.
Wow. Okay, yeah. I don't.
Now
I don't
again,
really
keeping in mind that's the sub because the dub came out in 2017. Because the
yeah,
dub is not.
But I watched
even
it when
over
it was coming out in sub.
Yeah,
like I was watching it week by week.
Yeah, so it's been a hot.
But
minute.
I am excited to watch it back again because I remember there were some cool moments.
Really?
Definitely cool moments. I'm excited to like those goosebumps you get when you're watching like a cool epic moment.
Yeah, I
you
don't
get
get
these
that.
goosebumps. You're like, oh my god.
I don't get
amazing.
That. I don't get that.
Okay,
I don't know
so
what you're talking about.
not a fan.
I'm not. No, I'm joking, dude. Dragon Ball Z was like I love that show. I remember running home every single day after school because it would start at 3, and the problem is that school ended at 2:45. So like I had to boost. It was like before the teacher was done speaking, you already had to have your backpack on to just be like, okay, peace, got it.
Were you the first one out of the door?
Oh yeah.
Like, did you just just parted everybody as they were trying to leave? You're like, nope, I'm getting out first.
I don't know about parting everybody. I'm not like, I don't have those kind of biblical powers to just like, go like whoosh, separate, and then I just like walk through.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta just make sure,
Yeah, I wish I could just like teleport, like, and just be home.
Right?
But unfortunately, yeah, that didn't happen. So either way, guys, this is going to be a bit of a mess for the first few episodes. We know it. It's going to take us some time to like get into the groove of things, but we hope that you guys come along on this adventure. So if you either have never watched Dragon Ball Super like myself, or if you're like gamer and you're rewatching it, come along on the ride with us. Discuss the episodes on a weekly basis. Again, please don't spoil stuff, especially for me. Gamer obviously knows how all of it is going to play out, but for me, don't spoil things. I know that me saying
this is how
that
it
now.
Ends, dude. So basically what happens is...
Well, let me guess. Goku beats everybody. Spoiler alert. I mean, the funny thing is that that's probably what's going to happen. But I don't mind. Like, if that's the spoiler, it's fine. I just don't want anything spoiled, like, as far as like key
in the middle
moments or anything like that. So, because we know the ultimate destination. So today we're going to discuss episode number 1. And then, of course, on a weekly basis, we're going to talk episode through episode. We're going to start with an episode summary. So let me just get through this. This is probably going to be the most boring element of every single week. But we also have a segment that's going to be called... Dean son.
Oh wait,
Dean son.
What? I thought we decided we're not doing this.
Dean is going to be reading the Japanese title. I'm going to read the English title as well. So there's a very simple title called The Peace Reward. Who will get the 100 million Zeni? So that's the name. And then what was it called in Japanese?
So it's called...
You said you want to learn Japanese. This is good practice.
In a classroom, not saying
but this is good
names.
practice for you.
Okay. Okay, I have to put a disclaimer out there. I'm going to butcher so many of these words, and I am sorry. And I got forced into this, so.
Wait, what do you mean you got forced into? Don't do it then. I don't want to. I don't. Not that kind of stipulation.
I'm so gonna mess this up. Haiwa no Hoshu, Ichi Oku, Zeni Wadara no Tenai. I hope I said that
actually pretty decent.
Correctly.
That was pretty decent, bro.
So yeah, hopefully
by the end of this podcast, how many episodes are there? 132?
Too many.
Is it 130? Something like that, right?
I'm just going to the bottom. It's 131.
131. Okay, I was close. So maybe you'll speak full, like, well, not full.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna be fluent. Like I'm gonna know every word. Start talking politics.
Who knows? If you keep practicing more, who knows?
True.
So, nevertheless, episode originally aired on July 5th, 2015. The American air date was January 7th, 2017. And the episode summary is as follows. After Goku defeated the dangerous Majin Buu, peace has returned to Earth. Chi-Chi wants Goku to get a job, so he works as a farmer. Of course, as you would. Godin and his friend Trunks search for a gift for his sister-in-law Vidal, who is married to his older brother Gohan. The two consider jewelry and makeup, but they are unable to afford anything, which just sounds sad. Like,
well, I mean, like they're what, 8 years old?
So what?
What do you mean, so what?
Dude, when I was 8, right, and I needed money, I would just put on like these like magic shows and things like that to like whether it be like kids in the neighborhood or different parents and everything like that. We just do like talent shows. We'd organize that. And we charge like 1 shekel, which was whatever it is, like 30 cents. And then you get like 5 to 10 shekels.
Wait a minute, 1 shekel was 30 cents back then?
It is right now as well, I think. I think it's 3 shekels is $1. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just get a few coins. You go get yourself like chips or something. You just gotta hustle. Yeah. Come on, go.
But that's chips. This is
I couldn't fly.
How much do you think a diamond necklace
these guys, they sign up for Uber? Like, Uber
They're
Eats?
8 years old!
Uber Eats? They make a gajillion dollars. They can fly, dude.
Although, to be fair, what's his name? Goten, right? Goten was driving the tractor in the episode, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So I guess he can drive. I guess.
Not very well, speaking. If you remember how it
yeah, because he drove right off a cliff.
Yeah, so I don't know about that.
Hey, listen, if you want a fun Uber experience, you choose that as your Uber driver.
Yeah, but they could do Uber Eats, just deliver food.
Off a cliff?
No.
You know, take the shortcut.
Fly.
Vroom, vroom.
They could just fly. Pick up the food and fly.
Oh, yeah, that's actually quicker, isn't it?
Yeah. Probably, I would imagine so. But nevertheless, while there, they are attacked by a giant snake, which this is a twist that can only happen in an anime.
Oh, yeah.
Which they managed to scare away. Spoiler alert. For his perpetrated role in saving Earth from Majin Buu, Mr. Satan. Or is it Satan or Satan? Because I always used to say Satan, but then apparently in English it's actually Satan.
In English, depending on what you want to pronounce it as. But in English, it would be Satan, yes.
Yeah. Why would they call him that? That's weird.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Mr. Satan has been awarded with 100 million Zeni that he does not want. What a baller. He's like, I don't even want this.
Well, he's already rich.
Yeah, that's true. He's like super duper famous.
Yeah, he's already like one of the richest people in the world.
He decides to give the money to one of the fighters. Goku gives the money to Chi-Chi so that she would let him train. Meanwhile, somewhere in the depths of space, Beerus, the god of destruction, has awakened from his slumber. Keen on battling the worthy opponent, that appeared to him in his visions, Beerus and his attendant Whis, am I saying that correctly?
Yeah.
Or is it Whiz?
Whis. At least that's the way I would pronounce it.
Yeah. Set out to discover who this opponent is. So, okay. Dun. Here's my question for you. I did watch, what's the name of the movie? Beerus?
Resurrection F?
Yeah, Resurrection F. So, how does that movie fit into this? Is it before or is it like literally? Because in the movie they fight and Goku goes...
They remade it. They basically took like parts of that movie, and then they recreated the beginning of Super from that movie, and then they just continued to build off of that. So the movie itself has very similar, like you'll see if you've watched the movie and then you'll watch this, you'll see that it has very similar aspects, but there are slight changes to story and design and everything else like that.
Okay.
But overall, they're
so the movie. So the movie is not canon. at this point?
Not anymore. It was one when it was only the movie, I think. But now that Super's out, I think we go by Super rather than. Although you'll see later on, they make it really confusing. But yeah, I think Super is canon.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
So the movie doesn't fit here. Okay, got it.
No.
Yeah, because that's why I was a little confused. I was like, wait, in Resurrection F is the first time that they meet each other and they fight and everything like that.
They changed a few key things that the movie did that the anime does differently.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like just because of like those few key things that they changed at the beginning of the show, it just scraps the movie completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. I guess we'll find out eventually. So I guess let's discuss the episode now in detail as far as like what we thought. So for me, I think that this is I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a slow episode. Like as far as like not really much happens, unfortunately.
Did we figure out when Dragon Ball Z ended? Like the date? Because if this was 15, Z ended when? Like,
I don't know, like 2000 and
like really,
something
really
or another. I don't remember.
Early 2000s.
I could look it up probably, but
because like they have to kind of take it slow if it's been like 10 years, you know, or like 8 years or whatever it is. Somewhat slow, not like super slow.
I mean, you know what? Okay, so first of all, what I liked is that, interesting enough, like it starts. Also, another thing. So the intro, right? Good song, right? You like it? Do you like the song?
Yeah.
Why did they say during the song "Die Panic"? Like they speak English, and then they just go like "Die Panic" or something like that. I'm like, what?
I don't know. I know that that a lot of shows, what they do is they'll do in Japanese and then they'll have English words. Yeah, not really the other way around.
Yeah. Okay, so Dragon Ball Z ended in Japan in 1996, in the US in 2003. So
86?
Yeah, 96. Sorry.
Oh, but even then, that's like
but that's the in Japan. But in the US, it ended in 03. So yeah, it was what, 12 years between them.
Yeah,
still a lot. But
that's a long time.
The point being, I really like that. Even in the show, like it's modern animation, which looks, by the way, really, really good. And I didn't even watch it in 1080p. I watched it in 720p because I didn't upgrade to Crunchyroll yet. But I'm gonna do that. Out. I'm gonna do it. Relax.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah. Well, hashtag let's get sponsored. Yo, Crunchyroll.
I agree.
Jump on this.
Dude, Crunchyroll would be like, I would just be like every day. Like
you're gonna geek out. You're such a fan, but you'll just do like plastered everything.
Yeah, I'll put it everywhere. I don't care.
Would you get a tattoo?
I use it every day.
Would you get a tattoo? Yo, Crunchyroll, hit us up. We can discuss this. For 100 million Zeni, we can make this happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth that much.
What? Dude, it's 100 million Zeni?
Although I feel like, if you had 100 million of any currency, would that be a lot? Or are there some currencies where it's just not
there's
worth
some that it's basically nothing.
All right, good to know.
Yeah, there's definitely some that it's like it'll be like $3.50.
$100 million in a country's currency can really be considered not much.
Yeah, it's just paper.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it could be nothing.
What was your favorite moment?
Pardon?
What was your favorite moment coming back after like a long time of not watching it?
So, well, I think that I don't know.
Like boring? Was like, nah, dude.
I just thought it was a pretty boring episode. I'm just being honest. Like this.
No, I agree with you.
By
100%.
no means did this make me go like if this was my first episode without watching Dragon Ball Z, there was nothing here that would make me want to come back. I'm just being honest.
You know what we should do? Like probably sometime later in the podcast or maybe separately. We should go back and rewatch the first episode of like Dragon Ball Z and see if it was like significantly different.
That's a good idea.
Because like you might not be remembering it that well. You know what I mean? Because like Dragon Ball Z, they could start out with like Super Saiyan. It was like, you know, he was a kid.
Well, Raditz arrived.
Dragon Ball Z, he was older.
Raditz arrived. Raditz arrived.
Was that the first episode?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Like at the end of the episode, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe, that definitely would have been a better
But the point is, you see, what's interesting is that I guess the Beerus twist is really what would get you. Like if I didn't watch Resurrection F, I think then I would have enjoyed this episode more. Because I would have been like, who the heck is this Beerus guy, right? And I would have been like, this guy looks like epic, right? And like an interesting design, and he's coming from space. So it's kind of interesting that I guess it's in some ways similar because it's like Raditz, Beerus, kind of a similar tease, right? Like kind of setting up the groundwork of this new world.
I actually didn't watch the movie though, so that for me when I had like I didn't watch Resurrection F.
Yeah.
So when I had watched it, it was brand new. Everything I was
F.
F. Just F.
Okay, yeah. Because you said F, so I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
A different movie. That's the rated M for mature version where they swear and everything. That'd be pretty good. That'd be a pretty good variation.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I loved how they cut to the Majin Buu saga and the animation style actually changed. So like you could tell how far they've come as far as like the colors and everything like that and the animation style. It looks really crisp now. So
You're in for a treat when it comes to animation. I say that with some rhetorical statement.
You know what? Okay, let's. I guess for best moment, just because we want to have that, right? Like we're gonna discuss the episodes, but then also have like best moment, worst moment. So for me, the best moment is probably the fight between Goten, Trunks, and the Snake, because like at least it was action paced, and it had kind of like a tease of like what is to come animation wise. So I'd probably say that was my favorite moment.
Yeah, I'd have to say that. That's a good choice, but I'd have to say that for me, honestly,
that's a good choice, but it's wrong. Here's the real best moment. Go ahead.
But no, it was no.
It's interesting though, because dude, you're watching it now, like rewatching. So I'm actually super fascinated to hear like your input in terms of like, it'll be interesting to see like, what if you think the show is way worse now, right? As we go through it.
Yeah, I think that's definitely possible. I think there are definitely certain episodes and I'd say maybe even some arcs, not entirely, but like there's some parts that I remember when I was watching the first time I wasn't a big fan of. But there also were some parts where I was jumping out of my chair. Yeah. I would be out at a party and then the new episode drops. I'd be like, nope, gotta go home. Gotta watch the episode.
You're such a weeb. You're such a weeb.
Literally.
At a party watching Dragon Ball Super.
One time, I sat down on the couch.
Dude, I've done that too, so.
Yeah, like I just sat down on the couch. I just popped it up on my phone. I was like, nah, new episode. Yeah. But it was towards the end, like the fifth arc, and that arc is
bananas.
It's just absolutely phenomenal.
I can't wait. Absolutely. It's gonna be epic. Okay, best moment. Go. Sorry for interrupting.
When Goku said no to 100 million Zeni.
That's the best moment?
No. Part of the best moment. Okay. The best moment when he was like, how many 100,000s are in 100 million? Yeah. And, like he didn't know that, and when he figured it out, I was just, and he still said no. I was like, what are you doing? Someone offers you the money, you don't just say like, I mean, if we're in real life, it's, you know where that money's coming from.
If somebody showed up, IRL, some dude who looks like Mr. Satan, right? Whose name is Mr. Satan? Shows up at your door and goes like, "Hey, bro, here's $100 million." You just go back, yeah, sure, I'll take that. In
real life, you have to definitely be like,
think.
No,
exactly.
Yeah, think about it. But it's Goku.
Yeah. Well, he's like that's the whole thing about his characters, that he's so like, I don't want to say righteous, but like he's very but he's not materialistic to like almost his own detriment, like to where it harms the lifestyle of his family.
Yeah,
to an extent.
I can kind of get that. Yeah. But I think the fact that people think Goku is righteous is kind of like, I think that's overstated. Like I don't think he's as righteous as people want to believe.
We're gonna get philosophical here, guys. We're gonna get let's see.
I just think that he enjoys to fight, and then he cares about his friends. I don't think it really has like, he cares about people. Like he's just a good person. Yeah. So he likes to fight. But I think it's more that he likes to fight than anything else.
Well, he likes to train. I mean, I guess that's the point why he takes the money eventually, because he's like, hey, this is kind of like a two birds with one stone. Chi-Chi gets the cash, so I don't have to work, and I get to go train, right? Because he even says he wants to go train with Kai, right?
King Kai, yeah.
Yeah, so, which is interesting that I guess like that's still the ultimate way of training for him, is to head over there.
I find it weird that they did that, where he can like, even though he's not dead,
he can
still visit King Kai. He just like instant transmission, like pop into heaven, like, what's up? Yeah. How you doing?
Well, that was my concern with Super, is that honestly, like, going into Dragon Ball Z, right? It was at that point, from Dragon Ball Z. I mean, GT. Let's not talk about it. Like pretend. Like,
I was surprised when you said you watched GT.
I did.
Like, really?
Yeah, I did. But that was like a nightmare. That was like I would remember how I said I'd have my backpack on and like ready to run. GT. I was like, Miss, can we get another assignment, please? Like, I just want to finish another.
When you're asking for more assignments to not watch GT.
Yeah, just because like I was like, oh, yeah, I can't watch it. It was really bad, in my opinion. I mean, there were some cool moments, but still, the movies were good. Some of the GT movies were good.
Yeah. I haven't actually seen a lot of the Dragon Ball Z movies.
You should. There's some really good ones.
I should.
Especially
the Broly one, the new one.
Well, the older ones were really good with Broly as well. Like as far as animation.
But there's 1, 2, and 3, right?
Yeah,
for Broly?
Yeah, but they weren't canon. So, unfortunate. Either way, though, what was he saying before this? Because
worst moment, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Something. I was gonna say something genius, and then you interrupted me, bro. Come on.
Right. Of course, that's the one moment you say.
The show's over. It was gonna be super genius. It's gonna be like, oh my gosh,
end the
what
show.
a great
That's it. Thanks for joining. That's it.
Podcast is canceled. First episode and last episode. Yeah, I guess let's transition to worst moment. If I remember what I was gonna say, I'll ping right back to that one. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? What was that? What was that ping? Who does that? What was that?
My bad.
Okay. If you guys want to apply to be a co-host on this podcast, we're gonna.
I'm getting replaced already.
We're gonna have an opening. What if I just literally cut to somebody else and we pretend like I just keep talking to him as though it's you, like halfway through the episode?
Jeez, man, I'm getting replaced first episode.
Funny. Okay. Worst moment. You go first this time. Go ahead.
Worst moment.
Yeah.
I don't really want to say anything was the worst moment just because it was really slow.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't anything where I was just like, that sucks.
Well, I guess
annoying.
you could say that. Like the pace, maybe.
Yeah. I guess the pacing was just a little slow. I think that I don't. My question is, how many new Dragon Ball Z fans are watching Super? You know, like when you hear Dragon Ball.
I think there was quite a few.
You want to?
What did you just do?
You think?
Did you just
No, I have, because this is like a cotton shirt.
Okay.
And so Silver sheds like crazy. Silver's my dog.
Yeah.
And so
like how you clarify that?
Well,
like it's
for anybody
like your
watching
cousin
that doesn't
or
know,
something, or like your little brother.
Who knows, dude?
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
But yeah, so it always gets to my mouth. So.
Yeah. Okay. So you were saying
dogs
pace.
The pacing. Yeah, I just think that like how many new Dragon Ball Z fans or Dragon Ball, I don't even know, like for the series are joining at Super and not starting at Z.
I think
or starting because I think if you start at Super, you're missing out on so much epic in Z. You know?
I mean, I never watched Dragon Ball Kai, right? Or was it called?
It's just cutting the filler out.
Yeah, I know. So was it Z and Kai?
For animation,
or was it just called Kai? I don't know.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Kai, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think.
So I would probably, again, I haven't watched it, but I would suggest if you're gonna watch Super, maybe watch that.
Kai, yeah.
Because let's be honest, I did go back to Z a few times, and there's a lot. Like it's really slow. Like it's way slower than this. There was like 7 episodes of powering up. You know?
Well, I think the first one with Frieza, that one was
like, the worst. He
13
literally
or 15 episodes.
Yes, it was like pum padum, like the beginning music, dum dum, and then it goes like on the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, Goku was powering up.
Same thing that's happening.
The episode is over. Goku still powering up, and he's like, oh, like just. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You know? I think if Kai cuts out some of that, then I would say watch Kai. But as far as your question, I actually do think a lot of people watch. Just based on the fact that, I mean, like, Dragon Ball Z was massive, don't get me wrong. But I definitely noticed a lot of people talking about Dragon Ball Super who, like, never spoke about Dragon Ball Z. It wasn't like they were super hyped about it. But with Super, they did actually watch it.
I think also with it being more accessible, because like I think Dragon Ball's on Crunchyroll, like just like the original one, is it?
I don't know.
No, it's not. It's just Super on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, it's probably
so I think the fact of Crunchyroll being so like Dragon Ball Super being so widely available and easy to access makes it so much easier for people to watch rather than way back when you had to still buy the discs. There was no streaming service. You know, it wasn't nearly as Well, I mean, I guess it was popular, but I think because it's more accessible, I think it's like skyrocketed in popularity and being able to like talk about it and communicate with like social media and things like that. Like I think like all of these things, because like this movie, like it was Dragon Ball Super, and then right after Super ended, like it was like a few months later they announced Heroes, and then after Heroes was done, they announced this movie, and then the movie came out, and it's the 5th best anime movie of all time, like in terms of how it did in box office.
Oh, okay.
7 million in one day.
Geos.
So it's like when you look at like back then, yes,
good.
it was popular, and you look at it now and just like the rate of just like there's a new Dragon Ball RPG game coming out.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked for that. That's
and then
good.
There's like it's like Dragon Ball has just blown up even crazier than it ever has been before.
Yeah, I mean like the Xenoverse games, Xenoverse 1 and 2 sold 10 million copies. That's bananas. Like that's on par with like
I have 2 of them.
That's on par with like the best selling games out there. So like that's really, really good. So that's why I'm saying like I think there is a lot of new fans for Super.
Yeah.
Because also here's the other thing. It's really tough to go back to, because of that animation that we saw even in this episode, you could see like it did not age super gracefully, you know? Like some of the animation you go back and you're like, oh, this is a little rough, you know? I still love it for nostalgia reasons, but I could see how somebody like a modern fan would just be like, yeah, I can't watch that. Whereas this looks so nice.
Max.
What?
You're in for a little bit of a treat when it comes to Super. They have we'll just say they have a few animation studios that work on the show.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I'm stoked. Like, what I'm excited about is that ultimately, like, the point is, the reason why we can't get like super hyped right now is because the episode doesn't really
nothing
permit
happened.
that.
Like, literally
you know? Like,
nothing
happened.
happened.
Oh my gosh, the giant snake! What a fight! Did you see? Oh, no. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, they beat up a snake. Like, you know what I'm saying? PETA is probably not too happy about this episode.
Yeah, PETA's just like, no, we got to cancel this show.
And we're not talking about like the delicious Middle Eastern bread. We're talking about the organization.
But yeah, I mean, I think it does a good job. Well, I think the next few episodes will do a good job of setting it up, because the problem is that they just need to set it up, right?
Okay, so here's another thing. So from what I saw, there's the 5 sagas, right? Like, so on Wikipedia it says that the first 18 episodes is the first saga, right?
Yeah.
Which is the God of Destruction, Beerus.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be all about Beerus, 18 episodes dedicated to that, right?
Yes.
So
they're actually good episodes. They're really good episodes. Yeah, we're gonna actually get a big fight really early in the series.
Ooh, sick! I love it.
So it's awesome. It's fun. Like they do a good job where they just need to establish the setting.
Yeah,
it's been 12 years.
Yeah.
And so then but they ramp it up like quickly, like really quickly.
Well, that's my hope, is that, again, I would agree with you, the worst moment was probably pacing wise, because I just was like, oh, come on, give me something else, you know? But
they definitely learned from Z. I think they definitely learned from Z, but I don't know if it's the same studios and writers. That's the only thing. Like, I have to look into that. I don't think it's the same writers.
What's his name?
Like the main
Toriyama or whatever?
Yeah.
Akira Toriyama,
Yeah.
I think? No?
But I don't think it's like the entire same like group of people. But I'm not sure about that 100%.
I guess like the only thing where Justified is really, if you think about it, it's like if there are people who are watching just Super, they needed to have this episode. Because it would make no sense if they immediately like assumed that everybody knows who Goten and Trunks, and explaining that like Vidal is the stepsister and Gohan and so on and so forth. Like, for me, it was almost like, okay, I know all this already.
Yeah, like I know all these characters.
You know, like I know that Goten and Trunks are best friends.
Let's just them fighting.
Yeah, like let's move along, you know? So to me, it felt a little bit slow. But then when I think about it, it's fair as to why it's like that. Because again, like you said, there's probably tons of people who just started with Super. So they needed to have this kind of like introductory episode. So preview for the next episode. We're going to go just off the title, right?
Okay. Fair enough.
So I'm gonna go off the title. You know what's gonna happen because you've seen the series. So
well,
I'm not gonna
read how long ago it was.
I know, but I'm not reading episode summary.
4 years ago now,
dude. It's okay. I know what 4 looks like. You're like, this is 4.
Look at the 4.
How old are you? I'm this much. Okay, so I'm based on the episode title. I'm gonna predict what happens. Okay, and we'll see how wrong I am, or right. Sorry, how right? Because I'm always right. You ready for this? To the promised resort! Exclamation mark. So it should be shouted.
Wow.
To the promised resort! Vegeta goes on a family trip? Question mark, exclamation mark.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think? What do you think?
Okay, wait. So the issue.
I love their reaction.
Wait. Question number one. If he goes, isn't Trunks with Goten right now? So I'm assuming I guess it takes place afterwards. I guess Vegeta takes Bulma, Trunks, and himself to some sort of a vacation. Now, in that context, I think that Vegeta is going to be miserable unless if he's had like a big character change. I think this is not his cup of tea. I mean, he did always rock, even in Dragon Ball Z, that like cool Hawaiian pink shirt that he had.
Oh yeah,
remember?
Yeah.
With the palm trees or whatever. Which
he loves that shirt.
Yeah. So maybe he's secretly like super duper aficionado. I'm kind of picturing like Vegeta doing like family photos, like selfies, like all these tropical selfies, which would be hilarious on his Instagram.
That'd be amazing.
Is there a parody Instagram account for Vegeta? If there isn't, somebody should do that. Like,
I feel like there has to be.
Somebody should do that. That'd be so funny.
It's been out for so long.
Yeah.
Like the character.
But like all from his perspective, because I think that'd be really funny.
That would be funny.
Yeah. Like he takes all these like pictures of Goku that are like really, really blurry and everything like that. Like he barely, yeah, because he's pretending that he doesn't care.
After training.
Yeah. So I guess it's pretty straightforward in the title. Prediction is they go on a family trip, but there has to be a twist. There isn't there, because it'd be weird. Again, I'd be kind of disappointed if the whole episode is literally them on vacation. So maybe they get attacked by 2 giant snakes.
Yeah. Let's ramp up the next episode with 2 giant snakes.
And then it's a triple-headed snake, and Harry Potter appears on episode 3.
Like the dog?
Mm-hmm.
So then it's
whoa, that was a weird. That was almost like it was actually going to happen. You're scaring me here.
So wait, but that's not 2 then. It's
gonna be 3, 5, whatever it is. They'll just skip a few. No, but we're gonna pretend like he multiplied.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna combine the Cerberus dog and what was the viper name? The big giant snake from Harry Potter. How's it called? There you go, Harry Potter fan. The snake that he fights in the Chamber of Secrets.
That's one head.
Yeah, I know. What is the snake called? The one-headed one. Yeah, you see, you still don't know the name. I love how you're setting me up like, oh, you buffoon, you don't even describe.
Well, I thought you were talking. No, I thought you were talking about the dog.
I know about the dog. The dog is different. The dog is in what? The first movie, no?
First movie.
Yeah, first movie. Yeah, first or second. So the snake is in the third, right?
Yeah, whatever that movie is.
Yeah. So now we've turned into a Harry Potter podcast.
Yeah.
So, any parting words? Follow you, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. So this I should have probably mentioned
that was really smooth, bro. Yeah.
I should have probably mentioned this earlier at the beginning of the episode, but this is going to be going on the Captain Crunch channel.
No, it's not. It's on the Fan Potion channel. What are you talking about?
For me.
Okay.
For me. Okay. It's gonna be going up on the Captain Crunch channel for me. So that's where you're gonna watch it. I mean, that's where you're watching it right now. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in video games, that's Unlimited Magic. And then anime and podcast is gonna be this channel, Captain Crunch. So hit that subscribe button and don't forget that like button. Show us that you guys are enjoying the podcast.
Indeed. So, ladies and gents, we'll be back next week with a brand new episode. We're going to be taking a look at episode 2. So, for next week, make sure that you watch episode 2 along with us. Tune into the comment section, blabber along. You can leave your predictions if you don't know what's going to happen, if you haven't seen the show. Like, if you're thinking, like, hey, Vegeta is going to love his vacation, and Bulma and Trunks are the ones that are going to try to get away from him, or something. Or maybe they don't even, maybe it's just Vegeta. Maybe he's going on vacation alone.
He doesn't actually take his family. They like
it's like a family vacation, and Vegeta's like, I'm my own family. That's it. So if that's the case, who knows, right? We'll find out. So nevertheless, thank you guys so very much for watching Super Podcast episode 1. We'll tune in with episode 2 next week. Peace out, guys. We'll see you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.
Peace.